loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. That's Sin.
Yo.
This is Queen. Jokes is on the backside behind the camera
Yo.
because
I kicked him off the couch.
straight up. And that's that violent side we was talking about in video games that just came to real life right here. Hey, listen, Jokes, I love you and we sorry. She might not be, but I'm sorry.
I don't like you guys.
Oh, all right, well, you know, you control the lighting and the video. You can take care of that. You know, you got all that. You got all that control, all that power over there. No one man should have all that power. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture.
Yes.
And today, HBO Max.
Yeah.
Let me start by saying I am confused. Let me continue by saying that is not an easy thing to do.
Very true.
I do not easily get confused.
That's very true.
When I do get confused, I get frustrated. And do you know what frustrates me more than anything else in the world?
What is it?
Being frustrated. That is a real thing for me. It literally is frustrating for me.
Well, I can tell because sitting there trying to figure this out right now was real.
So here's where I'm at. What are you doing? Let's talk about HBO Max.
It's confusing.
So earlier this week, Warner Media, who is owned by AT&T, announced, not that HBO Max hadn't already been announced, but they finally announced pricing, date, and a big list of shows that are going to be on there. There's been news trickling out all week long about them paying like $500 million to get South Park.
Ooh.
I don't even know how much money to get Rick and Morty. There's a lot of money being chucked around to make this happen because we're in the middle of the streaming wars.
Yes, we are.
The streaming wars.
Straight up.
Never forget this. I remember VHS and beta. I remember Blu-ray and DVD and HD.
Yeah, I was going to say that one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember that. You know what I'm saying? So, streaming wars is a lot like format wars. This is not something we haven't seen before. There is a lot of money being tossed around because there are a lot of properties.
I'm going to say, it feels bigger because so many people are jumping into this ring now.
It's ownership of properties that is making this very different. It's not like the same thing, to a certain extent, didn't happen with like Blu-ray and HD DVD. Like you had certain companies that decided to put their money, their muscle, or their porn behind one format or the other, which generally decides what format wins. Now, HBO Max, which is not the same thing as HBO Go, and is also apparently not the same thing as HBO.
So HBO will have 3 different places to go and watch content.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Okay.
Okay. And that's not the confusing part yet.
Okay.
Okay. $15 a month.
Okay.
Which is more expensive than every other streaming service. Which probably is going to be a problem. However, it doesn't seem like it's that bad when you realize that if you are already an HBO subscriber, that same $15 a month you pay for HBO as a subscriber to HBO, the cable network, is the same $15 that you would have for HBO Max. So
if you're already a subscriber, you just get Max on top of that when it releases?
Well, you know, here's where things...
Now we're getting to the...
Things are getting tricky. It's tricky. tricky. Things are getting tricky. Before we get into that, I want to say that they announced a slew of content.
Oh, yeah.
Slew is one of my favorite words. That's for another time. A slew of content. And that's a big deal because in trying to wean people's dollars out of their hands, you need to have the content people are looking for.
Big facts, yeah.
And it needs to not be available somewhere else, which is why this is a war. It is not just, we also want to be able to show South Park. It is, we want to exclusively be able to show South Park. Okay? Or Big Bang Theory, which also is going to HBO Max. Okay? So that's a big deal, and that's important. And when you start thinking about, you're a Rick and Morty fan.
Yes.
Okay. So, as a Rick and Morty fan, if the only place where you can go and watch Rick and Morty is on HBO Max, are you going to give HBO Max your $15? Is Rick and Morty worth it for you?
And remember, they got like a whole bunch more seasons coming. They already signed up.
Yes.
So yes. So that one show is enough to get your $15.
Yes.
Interesting. What about you? I'm not a Rick and Morty fan. Do not at me. I don't dislike the show. I just...
Right.
Okay.
Right, I get it.
That wasn't like that joint dumb. It wasn't anything like that. It's funny. I just haven't...
Right.
I got other things to do. Do not at me.
Right.
Don't you at me either.
She will.
She added me with her eyes when I said I got the live and direct at. Is that enough for you?
No.
Is South Park?
No.
We'll discuss why in a moment. We'll discuss why in a moment.
Okay. I will say that speaking of like having that content you can't go anywhere else, they are starting off strong. HBO Max. Just looking like on there like things they
Well, let's run it down. What do you got?
I mean,
let's run
Rick
it down.
and Morty, like we just said. Friends, I know that's not my thing, but I know that's big to a lot of people.
That's my baby's thing.
Yeah.
And if she thinks I'm going to get HBO Max so she can watch Friends, ain't going to happen. I buy her the DVD box set, the entire series, before I subscribe to HBO Go so that she can watch Friends.
I feel that, yes. But Doctor Who, which is big.
Major.
Top Gear, big.
Major. Not necessarily here. Is it the American version or the British version, or do we know? It just says Top Gear. There is a difference.
It just says BBC Top Gear.
That's British. Okay. Yeah, that's major.
Yeah. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
Ellen's Game of Games.
I mean, it's Ellen.
He's right. Fresh Prince. Yeah. West Wing. Like, that's just some of the TV shows they have up there.
NBC. Time Warner.
The movies, they got Casablanca, Lord of the Rings, Happy Feet, Wonder Woman, The Conjuring, Spirited Away, Matrix.
They straight up said Joker will be available day one.
That's on here.
To stream on that joint. Which, I mean, so start date is in May of next year. And a lot could change between now and then. But they've made the announcements. We're going by what it says currently. Right? Mm-hmm. So talk to me about what it says about combining. I saw something that says something about getting HBO Go and HBO Max.
It says HBO Now subscribers who are billed directly through HBO will also get access to Warner Media's new offering, HBO Max, at launch for no extra cost.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean if you are billed through HBO directly? And I'm asking that because what I am seeing, the internet chatter as I point to the laptop you can't see, but you know it's there, is that there is an issue. Okay.
Alright, got the small print right here.
Hook me up.
Offer available only to new and existing HBO Now subscribers who subscribe through HBONow.com and are billed by HBO. Offer not currently available to HBO subscribers that obtain their subscriptions through third-party providers that are authorized to distribute HBO Now service, the HBO Now service.
It's like Roku.
Basically, yes. Yeah. If you get HBO, if you currently do not have cable through a provider such as Comcast, Cox Cable, Dish Network, whatever, you have gone to their website, you're paying them, and you're using a Roku box, maybe a Comcast stream, some sort of a streaming box in order to get HBO. You then get access to HBO Max also, because the content on HBO Max is not the same as the content on HBO. So, Game of Thrones,
right?
HBO.
Well, they have Game of Thrones on here, like they advertise it on here.
I'm sure, because it's all technically sort of
like Watchmen, Barry, Euphoria.
Well, I guess I guess maybe shows that are no longer running. Okay. Right? Maybe they moved to Max, or they're on Max, or they're available through Max. But I guess if it's something that's currently on new seasons, whatever, and you're watching HBO or using HBO Go for that, that's separate.
Probably.
Now, doesn't it say something about getting HBO Go and HBO Max?
Let me look through this.
All the way to the top.
Back up to the top.
All the way to the top.
Countdown to all of HBO. Enjoy 45 years of innovative storytelling. Nothing but HBO. Go there.
I feel like you wouldn't, because if I'm not mistaken, you can only access HBO Go if you have HBO through like Comcast, Verizon, whoever it is. Now is the standalone subscription service.
HBO Now.
Now is the standalone subscription
Alright, so
service.
let's just make sure we got this. There are 4 versions of HBO. There's HBO.
Normal HBO on TV.
There's HBO Go.
Go.
There's HBO Now.
Now.
And there's HBO Max.
Yep.
There's too much HBO.
And that doesn't include Cinemax, which is also under HBO.
Oh, Skinemax?
Yeah, boy, I know you know about that.
Know about
So
Cinemax.
I know you do. So, okay, that's
a lot.
way too much.
Yeah, that's overkill.
Home box office.
That's overkill.
Horrible body odor. What other ways can we say HBO? So, if you subscribe, if you have Comcast, which many people do, and you get HBO through Comcast, you cannot get this deal to get HBO Max through Comcast. Because Comcast gets paid by having people that subscribe to their service that then choose to also subscribe to HBO, and by advertising to people, hey, if you get Comcast, you can get HBO for $12 a month through us for the first year, whatever it is, right? Like they push that, buy this package, get the HBO package, get the Showtime package, get the Stars package, whatever. So if you have Comcast and you get HBO that way and Comcast is billing you, this does not apply to you.
Apparently.
Oh, there's a monkey with a wrench clanging on the gears right now. Do you understand any of this?
Yes. And no.
Okay. That's how I feel.
It's convoluted, yeah. It's way too much for a streaming service. Like, y'all doing too much at this point. You got 4 of them. Like, we need to dial this back. Big time.
HBO Go, as an app, requires you to log in to your Comcast or your Dish Network or your, like, whoever your account holder is in order for you to access it. But they don't charge you for that. That's free as long as you actually subscribe to it through a television provider. So a lot of companies do that. Like there's a lot like this, like Cartoon Network has a thing like that. Like there are plenty of stations that have something like that. It's like a free version of being able to watch their stuff when you're on the go, when you're on the move, through your phone, through your tablet, whatever, so that you don't miss your stuff. But in order to access it, you have to have the username and password of the account that actually subscribes to it.
Right.
Okay. HBO Now is you don't have an account with to get HBO through somebody else. You don't have or need to do HBO Go because you are directly paying HBO to view all their content.
Okay.
Okay? So that is a paid service. Got it. Okay. HBO Max, that's the noosh.
Right.
With all the new stuff. And if you have HBO Now, which is $15 a month, must be $15 a month, you automatically get Max for the same price. They're basically bundling those for the same price. Are we all together?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're following. Okay. So as long as you are directly paying HBO in order to get access to their content, HBO Max is a no-brainer.
Right.
Because basically, you're already in there.
Right.
You're not actually doing anything. All they're really doing is bolstering the numbers of HBO Max on launch day so that the stockholders are happy with the numbers of people who are literally automatically subscribed to HBO Max. However,
but if you're not there and you're getting it somewhere else, that's where the problem comes in.
Which is why Comcast or Cox Cable or Dish Network have no reason to try to allow you to go to HBO Max. Meaning that if you are currently in a contract for I get it for $12 for the next year, whatever, there's no reason for them to even consider letting you out of that so that you can move to Max.
Right.
Because they don't make any money by moving you to Max, because Max is money that is wholly goes to HBO,
right.
which is the whole point of streaming.
Right.
Cut out the middleman,
right,
which is the cable provider. The cord cuttings.
Hey.
Right?
Hey.
Okay. So now we getting into the nits and the grits right here. You like grits?
Yeah.
My girl. Butter?
Yeah.
Sugar?
No.
Salt and pepper?
Yes.
No sugar?
No.
Ever?
Yes.
Okay, sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You tried it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a loading snack?
It can be.
Sure, you can do it with a spoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Grits. We having grits for Extra Life?
No.
You are right, sir. We are not having grits for Extra Life. Listen, let me just because we're on that note, let me send an early shout out to whoever delivers our Uber Eats that day. Now.
Yes.
Let's
That's
move
very
on.
real. It's very real.
Let's move on. Okay. HBO Max. I probably should have put my glasses on the inside of my bandana because
It's all good.
I was being lazy. I'm just keep
It's all good.
Keep it a buck. Okay, so how are we feeling about this?
I'm still confused.
Sweet.
That pretty much answers the question.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it doesn't come out till May. There's time for people to ask these questions to them to get these answers back, hopefully.
Well, here's the problem that I'm seeing. People are asking these questions, and they're being very vague because they don't actually have great answers yet.
Yeah. And they're probably working, maybe they're working behind with like we said, Cox, Dish, Comcast, all of them to probably have something get in place. It's just not ready yet.
What kind of money do you think Warner Media is going to have to pay out to Comcast? I mean, let's put facts out, right?
I would say smooth. I almost want to say double figures in the millions. So like a 50 million. Honestly, probably triple. Probably like 100 million.
I mean, they paid 500 million.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So
that's
$500 million to get South Park. On that note, Matt and Trey, eat y'all.
Yeah.
Eat y'all.
Who'd have ever thought South Park would have been?
Listen, dog,
Get
listen.
it.
While you doing that, I need you to sign a deal for a basketball TV series. I'm just saying. Let's move on. You ever seen Basketball? We gonna fix that. That's a dumb movie. That joint hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you currently have a cable provider? Do you have cable TV? No. So this doesn't really affect you. If you have HBO or you wanted to subscribe to HBO, that $15 a month that you're already willing to spend to get Rick and Morty, you're good. Because you'll get everything else that HBO has. You subscribe directly through them. Mm-hmm. Throw on the Xbox, click on the app, and run it. No big deal. You don't subscribe to a cable subscriber.
No, sir.
I have it, but I don't use it. So that's a thing. Jokes?
Nope. Well, I was looking at switching to. I have PlayStation View, which won't.
We'll get to that.
I was looking at switching to AT&T's service, which was what took over DirecTV Now.
Right. AT&T owns Warner Media. This is all through them.
And I was originally going to get it because of the fact when you subscribe to them, they give you HBO. So I was thinking about going ahead and doing it, but then this was before the whole HBO Max came out with all of their announcements and all of that type of stuff. So now it's kind of like, I don't really want to put that gas pedal down because I don't really have the extra to get into Max, but I don't really care.
Who's your cell phone provider?
AT&T.
So therein lies probably your in. Because that's all the same company.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably going to be something that they do there. There probably is already something that's running. I wouldn't know because I don't have AT&T, but there's probably something there already. I can tell you now that there's nothing that they've announced that has me like, I gotta have it. At all. Like, I don't watch HBO as it is.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
And I haven't watched South Park in probably a decade.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't watch Rick and Morty. Relax. So this is not a thing for me. Disney Plus is easily the way better way to go right now. Because the content that they have on Hulu, combined with the content that's on Disney Plus, they just dropped the Mandalorian trailer. Did you see the Mandalorian trailer?
No.
That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
I don't even really care. That joint looks like fire.
First trailer like fire. That's what I'm like. I'm good. I just give it to me this
new Whoa, way. Easily. The idea of paying for Hulu and Disney Plus at like $13 a month.
Well, Disney Plus is still winning as far as subscription services go. They are winning.
And currently, I don't have any plans to stop subscribing to Netflix, which I also don't use. Every now and again, I pop in, look at something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I am considering doing YouTube TV. I don't know why. I'm just considering it. I don't know why.
Okay.
YouTube Red, I've been looking at that. Maybe. I haven't decided. But it's out there. There's all these options that already exist.
The market is streamer war, so everything's is flooded with just choices right now. Everybody fighting for, like you said, fighting for that piece. It's just too much. That's why I'm sticking to. I don't need no streaming service. I'm gonna keep it cool cut. I got my setup straight. I'm good.
I know.
You cut.
Done.
You too. For real. All right, so I'm concerned about this. I mean, I feel like HBO Max will do okay because they'll already have a built-in number of subscribers that are already there. But the truth of the matter is, if you're not bringing in new subscribers, then where is the money coming from that you're using to pay for the content that you're adding to a service when now you're basically giving it to those people for free?
Yeah.
That sounds like bad news to me.
It's a lot of questions that's got to be answered, and unfortunately, we just got to wait to see how all this, plays out.
I'm just saying, like, if I had stock, or if I was looking to put stock into a streaming service, that's not where I'm putting my money currently. I know I'm taking my money out of Comcast or whatever. Not that they don't have Showtime or, whatever. Yeah. Like, there's other stuff. Like, I'm just saying that, like,
I get it from the business of that whole, you get this for free, so it looks good, like on paper. But yeah, like you need the people paying for it, and you need the content. Like, it's just they both kind of like tied together.
You're basically if you're paying the exact same amount as you were already paying for the content you were already getting, then how are you subsidizing for the money you just spent to try to make HBO Max a thing? And not just that, but to run it.
You know what they need? They need that Kevin Feige Disney Plus rollout package.
But that's what I'm saying. This is their. What are you talking? This is their rollout.
I'm talking
package.
about. Nah, like that. There's not enough content I feel to pull to compete with Disney Plus right now.
I agree. That's why I just said that for me, the easy joint. If right now you are considering joining a streaming service, forget that. right now, if you're not considering joining a streaming service, but in just over a month, Disney Plus begins to flood the airways with commercials.
Oh yeah.
Cause you know ESPN is gonna be all Disney Plus. ABC is gonna be all Disney. Like, you're not gonna be able to get away from it. So if you don't subscribe to it,
Disney Plus
and you start seeing all of what's gonna be available, that money's gonna be spent before HBO even has HBO Max doing anything.
Yeah, that's way too far out when Plus is around the corner.
Meaning that your only real solace if you're HBO, in my eyes, in my uneducated, I don't invest in shit eyes. It made me curse.
Frustration does.
The only reason to do HBO Max is because you already have HBO. Or you have the disposable income to spend an additional $15.
Yeah. And they got something specific on there that you really need.
Or HBO is planning to run a straight kamikaze on everybody who is a distributor for them currently to get people to cut the cord so that they can reap the money directly. But that means you run the risk of losing the dollars that already come from a subscriber base that already exists through all those other providers.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, they got some decisions to make. Because it's wild.
Queen.
It's wild.
Your shirt says Queen, and that's dope. You can high five me for that. I had nothing to do with your shirt. You bought that yourself.
I did.
Good job.
Thanks.
I didn't get a shirt that says Gauge. We can discuss that another time. How we doing on time, jokes? Alright, let's tally ho. Let's get ready for cutscenes. Before we get out of here, I need to know how you guys feel about HBO Max. What are you thinking? What are you excited about? And is Rick and Morty
Are y'all just as confused as we are?
enough to get you to subscribe?
For her, yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough.
We'll be right back.
Loading snacks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for cutscenes. The cutscenes are
The best part of the game.
almost
She's
now.
a great.
Greatest part.
Oh, that's cool. We'll get there.
PlayStation. No, don't do that.
We'll get there.
That's their word.
All right, listen.
Okay, he's already laughing.
You know why I'm laughing.
No, I don't, sir. Tell
Yes,
me
you
why.
do. Yes, you do. Electronic Arts.
Oh. Now I know why. Continue.
So Electronic Arts canceled NBA Live
Again.
20. Now I'm gonna start by saying that it's late October. I mean, when y'all are seeing this, it's November.
Yeah.
It's literally the end of October. And normally, if you're putting out a sports title for the, next year, August, maybe September, you're out and you're ready to go. So I don't really find that it's a big surprise. I just assume they weren't doing one this year anyway.
It wasn't in my radar for the exact same reason.
I mean, to be honest with you, it never is on my radar. Because I don't NBA Live. And I shouldn't.
Oh,
And
it's
neither
terrible.
should you.
It's been terrible for a very long time.
What I don't understand is why EA continues
To beat a dead horse?
and beat it up. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just
So,
won't quit.
not unlike the discussion that we were having about HBO and money and stockholders and so forth, I feel like EA feels like they have to say that they're doing something to appease their stockholders because clearly the NBA as a franchise for a video game is lucrative.
Yes.
However, I have to assume that EA is paying the NBA
For the license.
for a license to be able to make an NBA game. And they're not.
Sounds like a waste of money, but they're probably being greedy, don't want to give it up.
Yep.
I think that's what it is.
I would have to imagine that not unlike the contracts we have seen for, say, Fox or Sony, when it comes to the properties that they have ownership to create movies for, with Marvel, Disney, so forth, that those contracts read like you must be at least in the process of making a movie or of creating it in order to maintain the license.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me wonder whether or not the fear of losing the license is the only reason why they even keep going back in, like, well, let's work on something, let's, you know,
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, just being greedy, like whatever it is, just try to keep it in the house, even though they don't know what they're doing with it.
But if you're not making money on it, why does it matter if you keep the license?
That's something they would have to ask. Because you're right, it makes no sense.
Because there are other people who have access to the license. The NBA is not like the NFL where they have the rights. Like EA, they're the only production house that can make an NFL game at all. Anybody can make a football game.
Right.
But only they can use the NFL license.
Right.
And therefore the teams and the players and their likenesses. But they don't. They try to do that with the NBA. NBA was like, nah, dog. So 2K is really the only game in town.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was NBA Playgrounds, which came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's a 3-on-3 one, right?
But then 2K bought them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So now, the game that I have been saying, EA should just stop making live and just focus on doing NBA Street, which is a lot like NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm.
2K now has an NBA Jam, NBA Street game.
And they could have had that market cornered years ago.
That they just swooped in.
Yeah, they could have had that years ago and just
picked it up and basically just slapped the 2K name on it.
I'm not mad at them.
Me
Not at all.
Not mad at them.
Me neither. But that also means that, like, if a relatively small indie developer could get a license from the NBA to make an NBA game,
Point.
anybody can do it.
Point. Yep.
What is your problem, EA, with all of your trillions of dollars on facts?
Whoever the people that are behind NBA Live need to be just either reassigned to something else or just let go.
Can I say that the engine for NBA Live is garbage? It has been for years. It is. You can actually tell that that game is running on code. There is code in the background of that game from 1995. I am not joking.
So they say Genesis code.
Probably.
It is. Dog, they still slide. They slide across the floor like they on ice skates. It sounds like it's like it's basketball because they shoes squeak. But they slide. Slip and slide.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Take it to the house.
No.
Take it to the house.
No.
Hey! Now, I don't buy either game. I don't buy 2K.
I don't either.
I don't buy Live. I haven't bought a 2K probably since, I don't know.
Around the beginning.
I think I bought 2K14. I'm pretty sure it's on my console. Like,
I have one of them on there only because it was like free on like PlayStation or something like that one time or something like that. I don't know. Like,
I have it because for the same reason I used to buy Madden all the time, because other people would come to my house and want to play Madden. I stopped getting into Madden a long time ago. But I bought it because other people want to play. I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you can come to my house and sign into your own and play your games. I don't need to spend that bread. However, This is a thing, like, as a franchise that has been around for decades.
They're scared to let it go. I don't know why, but it's over. It's over. Let it go. Don't bring it back.
I feel like they're hoping for some chance that 2K will just stop making an NBA game for some weird ass reason that's not going to happen.
It's not happening.
It's like,
I completely agree with y'all. Go back to Street.
because like when they talked about doing that whole NBA Elite game, like I was a little excited for it, and then I played the demo
and got rid of that real quick
and deleted that, and then maybe like 2 weeks after that they decided to kill Elite.
Yeah, because the demo was garbage. I'm talking hot trash.
Straight up.
I remember that.
Flaming garbage
People-
bag.
And that was like
full of
when
baby diapers.
the one first dropped, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember having my one, going over to my boy's house because he didn't have it, and we hooked it up. We downloaded that joint. I was like, yo, we about to get on this Elite joint, and we started playing, and we was like, what is this garbage?
Hey dog. They shipped them joints. That game was in store.
Oh, I remember. That was,
And they pulled them joints.
I saw
Sent
them in
them
the
all
back.
back.
I was about to grab one, and it was like, oh no, we gotta send these back.
Glad you didn't, sir.
Oh, glad I did it myself.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Just tell me in the comments how you feel about NBA Live. You know, what's the last good NBA Live game you played? I know which one it is. It's NBA Live 96.
That's what I was thinking about 95.
At one point,
96.
dog, they did NBA Showtime in like 94. They did NBA Showtime.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I think it was the Bull. It was like, and it was labeled like Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs or something like that.
What they used to do before they started doing live, it was all the game was always called whatever the two teams that were in the championship.
Yeah,
from
Lakers
before.
versus Celtics.
So Lakers versus Celtics, Bulls versus Blazers.
Yeah.
That was what it was, and then it went to NBA Showtime.
That's need to go back. Just start naming them that again.
That or
they
I need
don't.
In the Zone. Or give me In the Zone.
Nah, that's a whole.
In the Zone was okay.
In the Zone was what became 2K. I'm pretty sure Visual Concepts did In the Zone. Double check that. In the Zone was on
PlayStation
the
1.
Saturn.
I remember.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Sega swoop and that joint became 2K. Pretty sure.
No, it was Konami.
Oh yeah, you
It
right.
was
'Cause that
Konami.
was terrible because
Yeah.
didn't they do
The Olympic jokes at the
Nah, not that joint. Not Arch Rivals. It was another joint. It was another Konami joint that was a basketball game. That wasn't. Hold on though. It was Konami, but did Visual Concepts
Be the one. Hold on.
develop it? Like Konami published it. I think Visual Concepts made it.
That show was called Power Dunkers in Japan.
That's real. That's real.
That's funny.
That's real. While they looking that stuff up, Queen, I want to talk with you for a little bit.
Okay.
How did you become a gamer?
Oh. That's hard.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, tell me a story.
Well, the first console I ever had
Mhm.
was a GameCube.
What was your favorite game?
Donkey Kong.
Like Donkey Kong Country? Like Donkey Kong Country wasn't on.
No, it was-
Conga joint?
Conga?
It was the music one.
That
Yeah.
joint.
With the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. Donkey Konga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was your favorite joint?
Mhm.
Oh, man. You know what I'm finna do?
Mm-hmm.
Finna break out this Samba de Amigo.
Get the DJ
Get a
here out.
Dreamcast. Get that DJ hero
Woo.
out.
Turn up.
You like music games? Did you play like Rock Band? Or did you?
Yeah. Yeah. It was Guitar Hero. I used to stay
Okay.
up for a very, very
That was your
long
joint?
time. When I would go over to my friend's house, we would play for 8-9 hours. This was like during the summer. I was
Yeah, no.
young.
That's cool. I'm just. Did you have a favorite song? Like, did you have a go-to?
No.
Okay, just whatever was up there, you was
Yeah.
down. Okay, I dig that. All right, so your first console was a GameCube. Was it yours?
No, it was my little brother's.
Okay, so you stole your brother's GameCube.
Yep.
Did you kick him off of it? and
No,
play
no, I shared because
it was his.
I don't care.
I was just gonna say this back when she was nice, but nope, that didn't last very long.
It never happened.
Right, yo. Okay. So, first console was GameCube. Favorite game, Donkey Konga. What was next?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
I mean, I'm aware. GameCube was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Quite some time ago. We're like 4 or 5 systems removed from the GameCube.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
What color was the GameCube? Purple?
Gray.
Gray.
Wasn't even the first GameCube, I don't think.
Nope.
That was like the second generation.
Had to be.
Man.
Had to be. Okay. Did you play anything else on there? You never played like the Mario games on there?
No.
Nah,
No
not at
Smash
all.
Brothers?
Yes, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That John weak.
Whatever. That's
At
on
me.
fire. That's
At
on
me.
fire.
Damn, he wants to smoke that.
Right.
I take all that smoke.
Yeah, direct it his way. I'm messing
I
Smash.
take all that smoke. Arguably the best Smash game was on the GameCube
All because of that joystick.
until
You cannot beat
Ultimate
that
just
joystick.
dropped. All right. So you're an Xbox owner.
Yes.
What's your favorite game?
That's hard.
Okay, that's what I do. I ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
You have a favorite like franchise?
Is it just
I think it's between the games that we play now.
so GTA 5 or Breakpoint or Rainbow Six
Or Apex?
or Apex?
Apex is definitely up there.
Apex might be your joint. No Fortnite for you.
No.
Okay.
Man.
That was one of the stupidest things that come out at me.
Jeez.
Hey.
Man.
That's what I'm talking about. Get your smoke, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get you some smoke, cause you get ready to get some smoke.
Oh yeah.
You get some smoke for that. I'm okay with that. I
They
will tell
copied
you.
everything off of Apex. Everything.
It came out
Yeah,
first.
it came out first.
What, Fortnite?
Yeah.
She like,
But
nah.
listen, when they got reboot bans, come on now.
I'm just saying, like, nah, real talk. Here's what I say. Fortnite is a game that borrowed some of its best things from PUBG,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
right? Battle Royale, because that wasn't even really a thing.
Yeah.
Because when Fortnite came out, like, we bought, like, the early, like, Founders Editions, played Save the World mode, which was co-op, which I still
That
love.
joke's a lot
That
of
joint's
fun.
fire.
That's just a lot of fun. You might like that.
Yeah. If you play with us, you like it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't really play the
Battle Royale
Fortnite
stuff, yeah.
Battle Royale, Deathmatch, whatever, but I actually enjoy, like, the building mechanic. The shooting mechanics are not great in that game by any means.
Yeah, they work for
But
that
it's
game.
cool.
it
Yeah,
works for
but
that
it's
game.
cool for
Yeah.
what it is. But yeah, I mean, but I understand that, like, Apex is more visceral for you. You like a more realistic
Yeah.
kind of I mean, not that GTA is realistic, but there's definitely a certain level of realism to it.
Thank God, because her. We catching a
I was
charge.
playing it earlier.
Today?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
I was playing it when
Oh, you was playing down
yeah.
here? Yeah. Was there Edie?
Yes.
Why you giggling?
Because she did something crazy.
I did. There was one of the computers, whatever. They walked past me, and I was like, "Oh,
They
he
said
didn't
hello?
say." He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. I was like, "Oh, he didn't say nothing." I ran up to him.
Wow.
No, he ducked and punched me, and I'm like,
you
"I have
swung.
to die. I have to
Oh,
die."
you went to go throw the hands and something was like, whoop, whoop.
He was ready.
Big big. Big big.
I was like, "You have to die."
Oh, you ain't she like, oh, you ain't know I had this heat.
Like,
Really?
the word on the streets out
I
about you,
stomped him with
Queen.
my heels.
Oh, okay. Oh, you so you didn't shoot him.
Nope.
You just beat him up.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he didn't speak to you.
Exactly.
Yo, listen.
Oh my God.
I know earlier today we had a discussion because you are intending to dress up as Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
And I was providing you a bat. But I'm not so sure.
Congoers, watch out.
Not so sure.
At least say hi when
this
she
is a
walks
serious
past.
bat.
Oh, I see it over there.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was like, oh, that's real.
Oh, it's real.
That's real.
Good night.
Which is what it
That's going
says.
to thud when it hurts somebody.
Make sure y'all speak.
Yeah.
Make sure you speak.
Respect the queen.
You come through. Oh, you ain't say trick or treat?
Oh, no.
Home run.
Right? Alright. So Queen, tell me what it is that you like about gaming. Is it not that, again, obviously you played on the GameCube, but like as far as like, would you consider yourself a gamer now?
Yes.
Okay. When would you say that became a thing for you? When did you make the transition from maybe like a casual, I had a system once or whatever, like did you buy the system you have now?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you buy it? What made you?
Well, I didn't want a PlayStation, so I wanted an Xbox.
Oh no, that's cool. I'm okay with that. But I mean, like, did you buy it for a specific game?
No. I've always had, like,
A
even if
system.
I didn't buy them, like they were gifted to me, I've always had an Xbox of some kind.
Okay.
I've had a PlayStation before.
Mhm.
I just didn't like it. So
Okay.
it was the Xbox that kind of,
That you grew towards.
yeah.
Throughout the Xboxes that you've had, do you have a favorite franchise that was like specific to Xbox, or was there something other than Grand Theft? I'm sure GTA 5 is not the first Grand Theft you ever played.
No.
Right. But did you have other games that you gravitated towards or that you liked?
It was mostly violent games.
Okay.
Shocker.
Not a shocker. Don't believe it. Not a shocker.
Not at all.
Not at all. I would say like, I don't even know when like the first Call of Duty stuff like shooting games,
Mhm.
whether it's first or third person.
Doesn't
Shooting
matter.
games. Yeah.
Does it matter if it's more realistic? Like, do you prefer like a Call of Duty over say like a Halo?
Yes.
Okay, so more realistic, not alien shoot violence, people shoot violence.
Right.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking because you have those tendencies towards those kind of games. So for a lot of people, gaming is about escapism. It's not for everybody, but it's about like kind of getting away or having an out. And trust me, I know what it's like to come home from work and be like, today I need to shoot something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It be the times you online like, look, I don't want to think.
I
I
just
just
want
want to go away.
Yeah.
Like I got it one of them type of days. Let's just boot up
Yeah.
Grand Theft and just let it all out.
Like, I love all kinds of games. I love a solid role-playing game, a Final Fantasy, an RPG. I like puzzle games. We talked earlier about, off-camera, about how, like, I love Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, just like... Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man is the kind of game, like, I can just sit down, like, when I just need to unwind, it's almost like playing a game of solitaire for me. It's just like, I can put it on, and I play, and it's almost like I'm not thinking. I'm just going. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's got colors, and the music just kind of goes. It's kind of thumping or whatever, and I'm not, you know, really, I feel the same way when I play, like, Geometry Wars, which, like, I know you hate. Do you ever, have you, is shmups a thing for you? Did you ever get into, like, I don't think we've ever played, like, a R-Type or Akari Warriors. I mean, we played the bejesus out of Hardcore Uprising on some Contra.
Yeah, we cooked that thing. That
Shooting
thing
and shooting.
That thing was
looting
tough.
and
We did
booting.
it. Yeah.
I love a good River City Girls, man. I love a good beat 'em up.
Oh, I missed the beat 'em ups.
Now I got to think about that. Like, that's not something I can just play
Right.
the way I can play. Like, there was a time I could come into the house, jump on the Xbox, jump on Xbox Live, go in the arcade and play like Salitro Solitaire. And I'm not even really playing Solitaire. I'm just playing like the card matches. The same joint y'all did the versus mode against
Yeah.
each other. Just the card matching game. That's just relaxing for me. Like, I could just put on some music or whatever and just kind of And I do that to get a moment. Like some people come home, make some tea, read a book.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, for me, that's like reading a book.
For me, as far as gaming, like, as far as me, I like a great RPG. Like a world that I could just go to.
Fall into.
And just be in and just experience that.
Yeah.
That's my thing. A great RPG, whether it's one of my Tales or Final Fantasy or even the Assassin's Creed work sometime, like that big massive world. Like, yeah, let me just go in and just
Let me just go get lost.
Yeah, just go hang out with the people, run some little side things, just enjoy the architecture and how they did it. Like even Spider-Man sometimes, just swing around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know.
So clean.
Yeah. Just,
so clean.
I like that games where I can get into a world and just get lost in it for a little bit.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to Death Stranding?
I am, more so for curiosity reasons.
Yeah. I don't care until I hear about it. Like, after the reviews hit and I get some real feedback, then because it feels like the kind of game that I would probably start and not finish. That'd just be like, there's really no point in me doing this right now.
I'm definitely gonna
I don't know
grab it.
enough about what's going on.
I'm definitely going to grab it day one
Might be
and
slightly too weird.
jump in
So,
like
like
as soon as I
tomorrow.
get in. Just, you know, hey, just going like it is. Let me figure this to see what it is.
Yeah, like I had every intention of having played a good portion of Outer Worlds by the time we got to today.
I did too.
To talk about it, but there's too much else happening.
I did too.
And I'm
Start up, made my character like you said he was going to
yeah.
do. And just, things just too busy right now. I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, I'm in full Extra Life prep mode.
Mm-hmm.
Con season.
Yep.
Prep mode. It's a lot happening.
You ready to move?
Yeah. By yourself.
Yeah, that's going to be new.
Because I'm not helping.
Wah, wah.
Ain't nobody help me move, man. Ain't nobody help me move. I just want y'all to know that. Nah, you know I'm gonna help you move. When I,
Yeah.
as soon as I get off work or something.
Queen going to
like
help too.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, damn. Okay, I thought she was about to cuss
There
me
you
out. But okay.
that. Nah, yeah, it's family is as family does.
Facts. Love my family.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I got another question. What game's coming out that you are looking forward to play?
Hold on. And that what I was just like.
I didn't know he was going there. My bad.
Let me just say for a second. Let me turn. We had a conversation.
I'm in trouble, y'all. He's turning now, so
Only thing that's missing is that finger.
it's coming.
I had a conversation. Nah, when we were doing the panel, I spoke on how you like the P Diddy a little bit, and that's cool. We just like asking the same question here. I was in the middle of asking the question, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relax. You ask your question, you answer the question, and I'm gonna ask you a different question.
Okay.
All right, go.
Okay. So, what game coming out in the future are you looking forward to right now?
So, I actually have not been paying attention to any games coming out right now.
Okay.
I am comfortable with the games that I'm playing at the moment.
Right.
So,
Right, so
I could research it. I should go research that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he's one of them things like, oh, Quinn, you gotta get this when it comes out.
Right,
Something
and then
like that.
I gotta be like, okay, I gotta see what it's all about.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you probably are just waiting on us to say like this is the joint.
Yeah,
You
pretty much.
need to what are you looking forward to in your time with us, with Loading Snacks as a whole, as a new member of the team, as a relatively new person to this world? Not that you weren't playing games. You just don't necessarily play the way we play. I mean, you do play the way we play, but not all of what we play. Like, because we play a lot of different stuff.
Right.
But all of it, cons and just all of it. What are you looking forward to? What are you looking to get out of it?
I'm looking forward definitely to the Comic-Cons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and go to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
There-
trying cosplay at all of them too.
Okay, I'm with that. So we were talking about getting you into the Division 2 come Extra Life. But we have also been discussing for a number of years cosplaying ourselves as members of the Division team.
That would be fire.
And that
would be fire.
Would be fire. So maybe that's the thing. I want to say that not all the cons we go to are comic cons.
Okay.
We go to video game cons, which is like MagFest, Music and Gaming Fest, which is a fest, not a con, I guess.
Yeah, festival.
It's a festival. It's a little bit
festival.
different.
Yeah.
It's a convention. I mean, it's at a convention center, like it's, you know.
Yeah.
But MagFest is bananas.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get into that right now. We can discuss that off camera. That is followed by KatsuCon, which is an anime convention. Which I don't know if you even do you anime at all?
No, not really.
Not really.
You said you had the one that you're supposed to be trying to watch, whatever category.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That there are some that catch my eye, like on Netflix. But I never like watched them.
It wasn't a thing.
Right.
We should do it. We should do like a classic.
I can put it on
watching session.
Yeah.
I have liked anime for a very long time, but I prefer movies to shows.
Okay.
I like to kind of get in and get out. I don't like to get completely invested the way a lot of people do in cliffhangers and waiting for the next. Like, I generally like to get in, roll out. Yeah, so Katsu, and then we have Awesome Con in like April. Most of what we do after that is Comic Cons, but then there is Otakon, which is an anime convention.
Yes. I definitely want to have that on our books going forward.
I feel like Dragon Con is just a pop culture convention.
I'm ready to go and find out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not too certain about that, but it certainly is in the workings. There are plans.
Yeah.
To try to make that a thing. What else? Anything else you're looking forward to? You don't even know yet.
I haven't been looking forward to anything because I haven't researched anything.
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting on you guys.
Okay.
So when I hear it,
you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll look into it. That's cool. I dig that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
We'll keep you informed.
We don't really have a choice.
True.
It's kind of just how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Alright, listen. Let's put a nice little bow on this. Wrap this up. We can shut it down?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a couple other things we need to do. Midnight snack. Ask us anything. For those of you who are watching who stayed this long, you know, we are accepting questions for Ask Us Anything. We're doing that once a month. So, feel free to actually ask us anything. Just, we don't have to answer it.
Yeah, like,
you know,
no questions off limits. Go ahead, throw them out there.
Shout out to our Patreon supporters. We love you all. With that route, toodles and loose. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.